Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well tonight as I give to you video number 2 out of 2, because earlier on today it was video number 1, and if you haven't caught that beauty already, then make sure you head over here to take a look and watch that first if you do want to watch it in order, or if you want to do it the other way around like I do say sometimes, whatever floats your boat, you do you. So that video is there, have a look at it. And today, for video number 2, we're going to get cracking into business that I didn't think I would be mentioning at this stage. It surprised even me, right? But before we get cracking, in order to catch all the content as it drops on here, do not forget to be hitting the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. On top of that, the socials are in the description on screen for you right now. Thank you very much. The preview for Newcastle versus Chelsea will be uploaded tomorrow. So make sure you guys are there for that as I get into the nitty-gritty, something I've not said in a while, as we look forward to Chelsea's clash at St. James's Park on Saturday. So that's going to be an interesting one. Be here to catch my thoughts, predictions, my lineup, and we'll get cracking. Now, let's start with the big elephant in the room, as part 2 of today has blown one story completely wide open that I didn't think we would be talking about now. Right? And I've got something to say because I might have to make a slight U-turn on my thoughts on this player. This player is Wesley Fofana. Here, let's get into it. What's happened with Fofana? Wesley Fofana is back out on the Cobham grass. Chelsea Football Club themselves have posted images of him at Cobham running and training on grass. Here we go. Chelsea announced Wesley Fofana's back on Cobham's grass, working to be back with the first team as soon as possible. Understand Pochettino rates Fofana highly as part of his future Chelsea plans. And there is Fofana meeting and greeting. Look, his legs look fine. Everything looks good. He looks normal, right? And he's back out on grass. Absolutely incredible. We have Fabrizio confirming, yeah, it's understood. Chelsea's manager Pochettino rates Fofana highly and views him as part of his future plans. This shocked me because I've come on it and I've told you guys I don't have a good feeling about Fofana. Not in terms of his ability and what he can do. We know he's a top centre-back. But in terms of his body, right? Injury after injury after injury. He had injuries when he was at Leicester. We brought him to Chelsea, he got hit with an injury. Long term, came back, played a little bit, fantastic, boom, hit with this injury. So all of a sudden, we're having the conversation of, is he injury prone? And every time he gets injured, he comes back, plays a little bit, and he's injured again. What I didn't account for was for how quick this brother can recover. Because this is incredible. We have to remember the circumstances. Mid-July, he had reconstruction surgery to his ACL. Do you understand what that entails? This isn't just, try to just fix the ligament a little bit and we'll wait for it to heal. Like, no. Reconstruction of the ACL in July. In mid-July, he had the surgery. August, September, October, November, he's back out running on grass. Someone please tell me what this guy has been taking. I need to find this guy's diet out. What is he been consuming? What have Chelsea been feeding him? I don't know. But the recovery process has been sped up by, I don't want to say, 2 times the normal speed? 3 times the normal speed? This is incredible. The fact that he's out on grass running the way that he's running now, only 4 months after reconstruction surgery. That's shocking. That is shocking. So we were told he's out for the season. I mean, that tells you, yeah, the normal diagnosis for a reconstruction surgery to ACL is you're out for 9 months. You're out for the season, mate. We were talking that he might make maybe the last couple of games of the season in May. Maybe. It's mid-November. This guy's out on grass running. Mate, he'll be back after Christmas. At this rate, he'll be back after Christmas. Realistically, yeah, if he's out on grass and he's running right now and he's catching up his match fitness, I'd give him 2 months. What's that? January. Yeah? Mid-January, halfway through the transfer window, Fofana could be back out playing. Fully fit. So if he's back out in January, that's February, March, April, May, 4 months early. This brother came back 4 months early. That's incredible. So this is where now we have to talk about Fofana and go, in terms of his injuries, yes, there's a problem. But his body recovers ridiculously quick. It's absolutely incredible. So I hope he doesn't get injured again after this. And much like Reece James, we're saying, please don't get injured again. If he doesn't get injured again, Fofana becomes one of the key centre-backs. If anything, we will probably start looking to maybe have those, Levi Colwill, Badiashile, Disasi, Fofana as the main four after Thiago Silva departs, which he will at some point very soon. So let me know your thoughts. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. I'm shocked at how quick this guy has recovered. It's ridiculous. So fair play. I'm very happy for him and I'm happy for us. So let me know your thoughts down below. Now, let's move to Chelsea's new model under this ownership that Manchester United are looking to adopt, right? Is many factors. But one of them is the way that we scout. And the way that Chelsea scout is different compared to many other clubs. In fact, in the Premier League, there's only one team that scouts like we do now. And how? Unfortunately, I say this unfortunately because it can be used negatively, but we use nothing but automation now. The robots do the work for us. So let's get into it. Here it is. Chelsea have been open about their scouting approach with AI.io. 6 years on, the company launched an app last summer, AI Scout, where players can upload certain drills which are then in the system and available to the 30 plus clubs in their network, including Chelsea and Burnley. Now, AI.io is a company that deals with all sorts of artificial intelligence metrics, and they, predominantly in sport, and they have launched a platform called AI Scout that 30 football clubs are part of the network of. In that network, Chelsea and Burnley are two of those clubs. When you look at all the other clubs, and I actually have them listed here, they're mainly all American. We've got Atlanta United, Austin, Cincinnati, FC Dallas, Houston, LA Galaxy, Inter Miami. So a lot of the MLS are part and using this technology. But there's, New York Red Bulls. I actually think it's all American. Look, I've got Philadelphia, New York City, New England, who's Quakes? Philadelphia Union, Whitecaps FC, Toronto, so the Canadians as well, Nashville. So it's all America, except, and Canada, Chelsea and Burnley. Right, yeah, Charlotte are there. We played them in preseason. DC United, Columbus, so you get the drill. Colorado. So Chelsea and Burnley are the only other two teams from outside of North America that are using this. And it goes to show that we are trying to develop a more futuristic approach, trying to get ahead of the curve, using the tools and tech that other clubs are not using at the moment. And I think this is also part of the reason why we are possibly looking at all these kids in South America ahead of everyone else. This is probably part of the reason. So we'll see how it's all going to end up. Now, I'm all for having the old approach, scouts, the eyes, at the location, watching the players, and that can never change. You can never take that away. But as long as we're using this tech to just support, look at some data. Don't let the data overtake you. Don't let the data influence you. Don't let the data, judge your entire judgment. But if you were to use it as a tool and use it to support, I think it can go a long way. So Chelsea are trying to get ahead of the curve. Burnley as well. Good luck to Burnley. So let's see who else might adopt this model and who might
end up being a part of this network. I think this is also part of the reason why we end up with Petrovic, why we were looking in North America, using this scouting tool, which is predominantly used by North American teams. So let me know your thoughts on that. Do you agree or disagree with using AI Scout and using this tool and artificial intelligence in order to give us an edge? Let me know. Now, before we move on, one last thing on Chelsea. Predictions have been something that a lot of people couldn't make, right, when it came to Chelsea. A lot of people were like, oh no, Chelsea should pick up 3 points, and then we got battered, yeah? Or, I'm not sure Chelsea are going to win, and then all of a sudden, we get in a 4-4 draw against Manchester City. If there's one guy that's got it absolutely nailed on so far, it's this guy. Paul Merson. He's predicted Newcastle versus Chelsea, saying Newcastle at home are always up for any challenge, and I see this game ending in a draw. Predicted scoreline, Newcastle United 1, Chelsea 1. Why, Paul? Why? And you know what? When he actually comes up with a scoreline, I actually kind of take it seriously, because his track record is actually really good when it comes to Chelsea, right? It's really good. He did say, Chelsea will beat Tottenham, don't worry. And we did. And he did say, Chelsea will perform against Man City, don't worry. And we did. And I think he predicted a draw, if I'm not mistaken. I think his initial prediction was 2-2 or 1-1 or something like that. And now for Newcastle, he's come out with 1-1. Can we please prove him wrong? Once, yeah? And respectfully, I like Paul Merson. Look, I hope for once his prediction is wrong, because I want Chelsea to pick up 3 points on Saturday. So let me know your early predictions. Do you think Chelsea can go to St. James's and get a win? We better. We have to start picking up points properly, man. We need a run of wins. We do. Because I don't want to be playing Conference League or not playing European football again. So there's that. Let's move on. What's happening elsewhere? Before we wrap up, I'll give you some stories which I'm going to show you a couple that I don't think are legit. But we're going to show you just for the sake of entertainment and dismissing the whole case. So let's get into it. Real Madrid is financially equipped to finance the arrival of Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland this summer. This has come from Spain. And what should be a credible link, Diaro, massive following. Listen, maybe they got the money, yeah? Maybe this is where it's stemming from. Maybe they've got a cash injection. Maybe their finances are looking better. Maybe. But that doesn't mean they're going to get Mbappe and Haaland, because they won't. If anything, right now, it doesn't look like they're getting either of them. Right? Let's be honest. Mbappe, I thought would happen. Now it's actually looking like he's going to stay at PSG. Although I do think when we get to the summer, that's all going to come back on the table. It has to. It has to. Yeah, everyone's playing chess right now. So it's probably going to evolve into a massive poker game, let alone chess. So we'll see what happens. Erling Haaland, though, I don't think he'll leave yet. I think he will eventually, but not yet. So Let's see. Let me know your thoughts on that. Now, Manchester United, talking about players leaving, well, there's one in particular who looks like he's heading out the door because he wants out. Manchester United are aware of the fact that Raphael Varan is unhappy with the situation. He would receive the green light for a transfer in January. A loan is not an option at the moment for United, who value the defender at 20 to 30 million euros. Bayern is still monitoring this situation. That's from Florian Plettenberg. Listen, this I think is a mistake. Manchester United letting go of Varan is a big mistake. When you've got defenders like are rocking about like Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans as your centre-back pairing, and you've got Raphael Varan just sitting there, and he's unhappy because, respectfully, Manchester United have made him unhappy. He's got no reason to be unhappy. When he was in a top team, he was happy. Yeah? And now Manchester United let him down, he's unhappy. I don't blame him. So I find it crazy. I find it absolutely incredible that they can't somehow get it to work with a player of Varan's capabilities and not just potential. His ability is high, right? Absolutely incredible. And someone that has a big track record of being able to perform at the highest level, go in high pressure situations, play well, give everything. We know Varan is of that mould, but Manchester United they just can't make it work with him. So I find it really, really bizarre. Really bizarre. So let's wait and see what happens. Now, again, we're going back to some of the stories that I'm going to dismiss. Yeah? This is one of them. Jabbi Alonso will reportedly be Bayern's coach next season. This has come from El Chiringuito TV. Listen, for those that don't know, El Chiringuito TV is the same place where we were hearing the geezer go, tic-tac. Tic-tac. Tic-tac, if you remember. And what was that in relation to? He was doing the whole tic-tac thing. Was that? No, it wasn't Eden Hazard. He had a whole piece on Eden Hazard. I remember that going absolutely incredible because Eden Hazard had a bit of a laugh with some of the Chelsea lads after Real Madrid got knocked out against us when we won the Champions League. And he was fuming. But that same TV station are saying that Jabbi Alonso will be Bayern's next coach. No, he won't. No, he won't. Just no. What, Thomas Tuchel's going to get fired now, is he, again? And Jabbi Alonso's just going to walk from Bayer Leverkusen straight into Bayern Munich when we're hearing whispers of possible deal with Real Madrid. We're hearing that, he might just stay at Bayer Leverkusen as well. I don't see it happening yet. So let's see what will happen. Talking about what will happen, Arsenal looks like they've made a key decision. Fabrizio saying, understand Arsenal have decided to seal David Raya. Deal in 2024. It's all guaranteed as the buy option clause will be triggered for £27 million. Raya already signed potential long-term contract as Arsenal player for June 2024. All done. Brentford accepted this structure due to FFP. And that's the kicker. Financial fair play means that teams now have to accept these sorts of deals. Have to. In order to keep themselves in the black. Some would call it the green, but on a proper economic term, it's the black. So there we are, David Raya. What does this mean for Aaron Ramsdale? Hopefully it doesn't mean Chelsea going in for flipping Aaron Ramsdale. So let's hope that's not going to be the case. Anyway, I think this will be good for Arsenal in the long run, if I'm being real. That competition is there between David Raya and Aaron Ramsdale. I do think David Raya will come good for Arsenal. I know there's some people doubting and saying, nah, maybe he's not good enough. I think he'll come good for Arsenal. I think he suits their style. I think he suits what they're trying to do. I think he's a little less rash than Aaron Ramsdale. So I think in time that will probably come in favour, but he needs to stop making silly misjudgments or silly little mistakes that we have seen him make that have cost Arsenal goals. As long as he does that, I think Arsenal will be okay. So David Raya staying at Arsenal, deal signed, sealed and delivered. So there we are. Let me know your thoughts down below. And that wraps up video number 2. So let me know your thoughts on Fofana especially and everything else that I've discussed in this video. Much appreciated. And we will be here tomorrow for the preview for Newcastle versus Chelsea. It's going to be a big one. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you then. Thank you all so much for watching. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all the content as it drops. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Check out the socials, new Insta, Twitter, all on screen and all links in the description. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. Have a good night. Take care and peace.